Let's see what my horoscope says here today. Libra, here we go. Want to have a good time? Call 555-1292. Not a bad horoscope. I don't believe in these things, but I read them every day. I don't understand that, really. See, they're too generalized to me. I remember one day I read my horoscope, and it said, today is a good day for travel. Go out tonight and socialize. I thought, well, that's a pretty good horoscope to have. But then I got to thinking, well, there's got to be a lot of Libras that are in prison. Imagine some poor guy sitting in the cell block reading that. Today is a good day for travel. Go out tonight and socialize. Hey, Slats, put on your dress. We're going over the wall. I guess people read them because they're worried about the future, but it's kind of silly because it's one of those things you can't stop or change, you know? A lot of things like that. I got a friend that's got the male trauma of a receding hairline, and he's worried sick about it. He checks it out and talks about it, and I figure, why? You can't stop it, so why worry? Besides, you can only recede so far, and then that's it. Can't go any further. Now, what would worry me would be an advancing hairline. I mean, if I woke up one day and my hairline's down to my eyebrows, oh, great. Next thing you know, I got to worry about how to part my face. Of course, now I can't understand his worry because society puts such an emphasis on youth. You know, I mean, you pick up a newspaper or magazine or turn on TV, and there's countless ads trying to sell you goods that try and keep you looking young.
Are you tired of looking older than your years? Tired of Boy Scouts helping you across the road? Tired of undertakers stopping you on the street and giving you an estimate? Then it's time you were using new, improved Croatian 2000. From the very first day that you'll begin to use new, improved Croatian 2000, you'll be amazed. Croatian 2000 gets rid of unflattering gray hairs the way nature put them there, gradually. With each application of Croatian 2000, grizzly gray fades away. Brilliant brown carpets your crown. Yes, thanks to the subtle magic of Croatian 2000, you'll stay younger looking for a lifetime. And even longer.
I often wonder what I'll look like when I get old. I guess we all do. I just hope I'm not a crotchety old guy, that's all. You know, that's all I care about. Because there was always one guy like that in the neighborhood, you know, one of them old crotchety guys. You know, and your kid and your ball would roll into his yard and he'd be there. Go on, you kids, get out of here. Now, damn you, get that ball and get the hell out of here. Wait, leave the girl. I don't plan to be that crotchety, I guarantee you that. And that comes up pretty quick. See, that's why I always felt that it was kind of wrong for society to overemphasize youth. I mean, there's nothing wrong with emphasizing youth or its fascination, but the overemphasis seems so self-defeating, especially when you're young, you know? Because if you're young, you're out there going, youth, youth, we want some young people, put fresh blood in there and more youth and some young people and fresh blood and fresh faces and fresh ideas and young people and youth. And time goes by so quick, pretty soon it's youth, we want some young people. And some youth and young people and youth and wait a minute. What the hell happened to my youth? Screw youth, experience, that's what we need. Some experienced people who know what's going on and who... I'm being what? Retired? But I've been here 40 years. I know this place backwards and... Gold watch. That makes a lot of sense. Give me a gold watch and then take away my reason for being on time. Yeah, I get free meals now that my teeth don't fit. Now I got no place to go, I can ride the bus free. What do I do with all this experience, all that knowledge it takes so long to accumulate? You know, it's such a gradual process of accumulation, which it has to be. Wouldn't make any sense any other way, would it? That's why there's one statement that always sounds so silly to me. And I've said it, and friends of mine have said it, you know, guys I grew up with, and we'll be talking about the girls we knew, and some guys say, oh, I remember the girls then. Boy, if I only knew then what I know now, what fun I could have had. Now, that statement makes no sense to me. Do you realize how frustrating it would be to have all this knowledge when you were 12? I'd have gone crazy, man. Little kid running around, I want a woman. And I know how to get one, but I gotta be in bed by 8. Besides, I can't make love on my bike. So So it's a gradual process, which it has to be, and one that you're not even aware of. See, that's the worst part, I think, about meeting somebody that you went to school with years ago. It's that sudden shock of seeing the passage of time on somebody else, never figuring that it's also showing on you.
Hey, Kelly.
Mike, how are you, man? It's great to see you. God, I haven't seen you since college. Let me get you a drink. Bartender, 2 more large ones, please.
Good Lord, it has been so long. You look terrific. My God, what happened to him? He looks so old. I'm glad I don't look like that.
You too. You haven't changed one damn bit. Good God, he must have been in an accident.
I see you're still keeping yourself in shape, eh, Kelly?
The man's a wreck.
Well, listen, you're looking pretty good yourself. What a slob.
Yes, I think time's been pretty kind to the both of us. Cheers.
At least it's been kind to me. It's beaten the hell out of him, poor devil.
Yeah, we've sure been lucky. We both seem to be wearing fairly well. Well, I am anyway, but get a load of those wrinkles. He makes a prune look like a billiard ball. Bartender, 2 more large ones, please. Very large ones.
Oh, God, please stop my pulse. And I'll never take another drink. I swear I never will. Oh, God, I broke my leg. I just lost my shoe. It's all that terrible noise. Suzanne! Oh. Suzanne! Suzanne!
What are you doing?
I'm looking at the most revolting sight I've ever seen.
Thanks for the sympathy.
What you need is some good food inside you. Here, have some Rice Krispies.
No, I don't want it. Why don't they make rubber crockery for people with hangovers?
How was last night?
Well, if the pain in my head is in direct proportion to the pleasure of the evening, I had a real humdinger.
I'll make you some fresh coffee.
Oh, that would be great. Please, I'll have some instant a little later, okay? You have no idea what that sounds like in here.
I thought you must have been having a good time when you rang me up last night and told me to go ahead and have dinner on my own.
Really? Well, that was considerate of me. When did I do that?
20 to 4.
Mother's pride grenade?
Thought you were just going out for a quick drink with an old school friend.
Oh, I did. I ended up drowning my depression.
What made you so depressed?
I couldn't believe we were the same age, I mean, he looked so old. Oh, God, I feel like death.
Oh, funny you should say that.
Say what?
You feel like death? Because you got your life insurance medical today. And the agent's coming round later on, remember?
Oh. Oh, right now I don't need insurance. I need intensive care.
Here you are, Kelly.
Oh, thank you.
That'll be him. Come on, sit up.
Oh.
Morning, Mr. Shrimsley.
Good morning, Mrs. Monteith.
Kelly, the man's come about your death.
Ah, that's what all the wives say. Yes, it's me again, Mr. Monteith. Tony Shrimsley, your friendly insurance agent of Hopeful of Watford. And may I congratulate you on your decision?
What decision?
Well, to insure your life with Hopeful of Watford for £100,000.
When did I make this decision?
In about 20 minutes.
Well, when do I get to see this £100,000?
Ah, well, you don't. You see, I mean, you have to die first, and, well, it seems a bit of a waste to bury it with you. However, your better half here will, as they say, cop the lot.
Now, let me get this straight here. Now, what you're saying is if I sign with
Hopeful of Watford?
then I'm worth more dead than I am alive.
Well, considering our current financial position, my darling, that's not difficult.
That's what I like, a little woman with a sense of humor. Now, you're a young man, well, youngish, who probably thinks it's too soon to think of life insurance. But believe me, Mr. Monteith, it's never too soon to think of death and its side effects. Or, as we call it in the wonderful world of insurance, nature's way of saying goodbye. You can strike like that. Just take a look at this.
1,001 all-time great deaths?
Correct. And you know what made them great?
No.
Not one of them was insured. That's my collection of obituaries.
You collect obituaries?
Dead right I do. Yes. Whereas most men look at the sports columns first, I look at the obituary columns. Yes, that's where all the results are final.
Huh. Too bad you can't bet.
Oh, but we do. Huh? Oh, yes, Hopeful of Watford believe that the only dead certainty is death. Of course, as you get older, the odds get shorter. And by the look of you this morning, Mr. Monteith, they're getting shorter by the minute.
Well, look, just show me what sort of plans your company offers.
Well, we have something for every pocket. Yeah? Except, of course, the empty one. Now, this is Plan A.
Yeah?
Now, with Plan A, for an annual premium of, let's say, £1,000, your life is insured for £100,000.
Interesting.
Isn't it just? However, let us now look at Plan B.
What's Plan B?
Well, with Plan B, this is our comprehensive, index-linked, inflation-proof, value-packed, retroactive, incremental, all risks-covered endowment scheme. You see, with this plan, we have a team of financial wizards at Hopeful of Watford who invest your premiums and make enormous profits.
Who gets those?
Mostly we do. That's just a little joke, Mr. Monteith.
Oh, I see.
But you see, upon your death, untimely death, I might add, your wife will get £250,000.
Even more interesting.
Well, I'd like a little time to think this over, please.
Oh, take all the time you want, Mr. Monteith. Well, not all the time, of course, because you may not have too much left. However, you stay here and have a look through those. I've got one or two more little bits and pieces here, which you can peruse over at your leisure. And, by the way, the very best of luck with your medical today.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. Look, how long does it take me to get over to this doctor of yours, anyway?
About half an hour by car, 6 hours by bus, and if you walk, about 5 minutes.
I'm in no shape to walk. I think I'll drive.
Can I see your license, sir?
Yes, sir. There you are.
American, eh?
Yes, sir.
Well, get out of the car, it's Brenner! Just trying to make you feel at home, sir.
Very nice of you.
Don't mention it. How long have you been driving?
About 15, 20 years, I guess.
How long you been reading?
Reading?
Yeah, you know. A, B,
C.
yeah, C.
I've been reading since I was about 5 or 6, I guess.
When do you think you'll be able to do them both at the same time?
Well,
See that sign over there?
yes, sir.
What's it say?
Futongs, massage parlor.
Not that sign! The big red and white one.
Oh. No entry.
Very good. And would you mind telling me why you entered?
Well, I was looking for the office of this doctor.
Eye specialist, is it?
No, life insurance medical.
You'll certainly need it if you carry on driving like this. So will the rest of us. What business are you in, sir?
I'm a comedian.
What do you do for a living?
Comedian. I'm a comedian.
Really?
Really?
How would you like to buy a ticket for the policeman's ball?
Well, thank you. That's nice of you, but I'm not much of a dancer.
It's not a dance. It's a raffle. You can use that one if you like.
Yeah, right.
Oh, and don't do it again, sir.
Thank you.
Well?
It's positive. It's going to be twins.
Now I'll have to get married. I just hope when I get that old, I'm rich, you know? Because rich old guys get away with that, see? If a rich old guy goes out with a teenage girl, she's his protege. If he's poor, he's a pervert. Boy, I hate these waiting rooms, you know? Well, I'm so suggestible to illness. That's what it is, I think. I don't know if you're that way, but I can run into somebody I know and shake his hand and say, "How you doing?" And all he has to say to me is, "Well, I got a sore throat." That's all I gotta hear. An hour later, I'm getting a tickle. I'm getting what he had. I shouldn't have shook his hand. I'm getting the flu. And 9 times out of 10, I'll talk myself into being sick. It's so stupid, but I'm that way. That's why I can't read those warning signs about diseases. You know those things you see in magazines every once in a while? I can't read those. I'm just too suggestible to the symptoms. I'll drive myself crazy. Be on a plane or something and run across one by accident, you know? The 4 warning signs of Eddie's disease. What is that? An often fatal disease characterized by 1, persistent cough, 2, intermittent hiccups, 3, facial tics, 4, I can't even read number 4 with a fading eyesight. Oh, God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I know it. Then I'll run to a doctor, which is okay unless you get a doctor that's like that. And I've been to him, too, you know. What's wrong with you? Well, I got all the symptoms of Eddie's disease. You do? Oh, well, sit down here. Sit down over there. We'll have a look at you. Hey, where the hell are you?
Miss Kelly Monteith.
Oh, that's Mr. Kelly Monteith.
You didn't need to tell me that. We nurses have our own little ways of finding these things out. Now, are you here for life insurance?
Yes,
Well, you know what to do with that.
I just went.
Well, you'll just have to went again, won't you? In here.
All right.
How are we doing, Mr. Monteith? Mr. Monteith, time is passing. Why aren't you? Oh, come along now, Mr. Monteith. We can do better than that.
What do you mean, we? And it sure doesn't help having you stand right outside the door here listening.
It might help if you turn on the tap. Well, we have done our duty, haven't we? Come along now. Off with your clothes. The doctor's waiting for you in his surgery.
Yes, it's a very fine pair of tibias. Come in. Ah, yes, come in. Do sit down. I'll be right with you. It's awfully stuffy in here, isn't it? That's better. Now, what can I do for you? I see, yes. Chronic stammering, accompanied by blue complexion and uncontrollable tremor. Yes?
Insurance.
Insurance? No, I'm afraid it's too late for that. Excuse me, now, will you? There's a terrible draft coming from somewhere. Ah. Good. That's better. Now, what can I do for you?
I'm here for my insurance medical.
Ah, yes. Have a look at this. Name, Monteith, first name Kelly, middle name Norton. Mother must have been frightened by a motorbike. Height, weight, occupation. Now, have you ever had measles? No. Mumps?
No.
Bubonic plague?
No.
Leprosy at all?
No.
Tetanus?
No.
Rabies? No. Foot and mouth? Scarlet fever? Swine fever? Saturday night fever?
What?
No, just joking. Now, we'd better just have a look at you. Would you like to sit up there on the couch for a moment? Just slip this under your tongue, will you? Good. Now, what have I done with my stethoscope? Ah, yes, I put it in the fridge to be ready for you. Let's just see. Oh, blast, what have I done with my pen? Oh, thank you. Now, I want you to breathe deeply. You understand? Just breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Good. Thank you. Right. Doctor. Yes?
Can I breathe out now?
Why not? No, I just want to test your reflexes.
Oh, wait!
Good, I see your reflexes are perfectly okay. Now, would you just open wide and say, ah.
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 No, say it with me. Ah.
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 Ah. Louetta, Jean-Pierre, Louetta. Good Lord, yes. You had your tonsils out, huh?
Uh-huh.
Was it in some primitive part of the world?
Uh-uh.
I haven't seen stitching like that since the wife took up these trouser bottoms. But, I'll go and check on your blood and urine tests. I'll be back in a jiffy. It's just a formality. There's nothing to worry about.
If there's nothing to worry about, why would he say there's nothing to worry about? God, I hate it when they leave me waiting in here, you know? I'm always afraid they're outside the door arguing about who's gonna break the news. You always saw that in those old movies, you know, when they'd come in and break the bad news to the guy, and he was always so stoic. Wonder how I'd react.
I really don't know how to tell you this, Mr. Monteith.
Give it to me straight, Doc. I can take it.
No, I honestly don't know how to say it.
Don't be afraid to tell me now, Doc.
No, I'm not afraid. It's just I can't pronounce it. Yeah, see what you can make of it.
Mono, neuro, pinko, rectomyelitis, medicio-cornophobia?
Yes, well, it sounds good to me.
What is it?
It's a disease for which there's no known cure.
Well, is there nothing that can be done?
There is an operation, but it's extremely risky and very expensive.
Well, how much is it?
£10,000.
10,000 pounds?
In advance, of course. And cash.
Well, what are the chances for success?
Success? We don't know. You see, we've never had one.
Oh. And this is it. I mean, it's all over. It's the end. It's curtains. No more encores. Fini. Finito. Kaput. I'm heading for the last roundup.
Yes? You're going to kick the bucket, cash in your chips, go to meet your maker.
Croak. Pop off. Bought the farm.
Shuffle off this mortal coil, go the way of all flesh, cross the Styx, go to David Jones' locker, go out like a candle.
What?
No, go out like a candle, don't forget that one.
Let's go out like a candle.
Dead as a doornail.
Meet the Grim Reaper.
Damn, I wish I'd thought of that.
Give up the ghost.
Give up the ghost! Yes, of course! Give up the ghost!
On your last legs.
Oh, yes! On my last legs! And I've got one foot in the grave.
In the valley of the shadow of death.
Singing your swan song.
Singing my swan song! Singing my swan song!
I don't like to ask you this, Mr. Monteith, but were you over-imbibing last night?
Oh. Yeah, well, I had a couple of drinks with an old friend. Why?
Well, I've just been looking at your blood sample under the microscope, and I must say that in all my years in medical practice, I've never seen anything quite like it.
What do you mean?
Well, half your blood corpuscles are stumbling and falling about all over the place, and those that aren't are doing the bugaloo. I mean, your bloodstream looks like a disco on a bad night. But otherwise, you're perfectly fit. I see no reason why you shouldn't live to be 35.
But I'm 37.
Well done. You're ahead of the game already, you see.
You didn't need any old doctor to tell you were going to live to be 90. I could have told you that.
Hmm?
You'll go on forever.
Hmm?
In fact, I thought you were going to.
Well, I could have gone longer if I hadn't forgot the multiplication tables.
Kelly.
Listen, I got a surprise. I thought you might be glad to hear that I took out that insurance.
Really?
Yeah.
Plan A or Plan B?
Are you kidding? Plan B.
Ooh.
You know me, last of the big bequeathers.
Now there's something to dream about.
I thought you'd like that.
Good night.
Good night, then. Okay. Yeah, that would give her something to dream about. I mean, when I go to that great comedy roundup in the sky, she's gonna collect £250,000. Let's see, that's $500,000. That's a lot of bread. I wonder what she'd do with £250,000. £250,000. £250,000.
Well, here's to the man who made all of this possible.
To Kelly, wherever he is.
Here, that's where I am.
But you can't be. You're dead. I know that for a fact. I gave you the finest funeral your money could buy.
Yeah, too bad you didn't stick around for it.
Well, we didn't want to miss the flight.
No, of course not. You know yourself, Carnival in Rio only comes round once a year, and you never took me.
Well, I could never afford it. I was too busy spending a fortune on insurance. And speaking of insurance, what are you doing here?
Oh, just what Hopeful of Watford promised. Making sure the little woman is well and truly taken care of.
Boy, of all the nerve!
What?
I should have known. I'm not even cold in the ground yet, and you're out spending my $250,000 with some creepy insurance guy.
Kelly, what on earth are you talking about?
Oh, God, must have had a nightmare. Sorry. Guess all that talk about life insurance and doctors and death, must have got to me. Phew.
Don't be silly.
Huh?
You live far longer than me.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You'll be the one that's in Rio.
Think so?
I do.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Good night. Sorry. Stupid dream. Wait a minute. How did you know you were in Rio?